Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Summer Split. And this awesome stream is brought to you by the official energy drink of the PGS. There's your Bacchus, drive your energy, and we'll be your shoutcasters for tonight. I am Riku.
And drive your energy talaga mga kaibigan. Ako po si Shitmo with the one for a night, delivering the blow-by-blow shoutcasting naman dito sa ating game we just came up mula sa series between Infuse Esports taking on the reigning champs Imperium Pro Team. Or Imperium Pro Team closed that series 2-0, di ba?
Yeah, very convincing pa yung win nila.
Yes, what are your quick insights on that one?
Quick insights, Infused sorta, parang they seemed lost. But
with the face checks and all.
With the face checks, tapos yung medyo overstay sila, over-aggressive sila na dapat they would take like this one kill and then get out, but they want more.
Nababantayan, nagda-drop na yung kanilang mga health bars against this
exactly.
4 tanks composition na niraran ng Imperium Pro Team. Kasi if you would want to go against a 4 tank composition, it's either you really just, face them, like, pick on pick on mga heavy damage dealers sa harapan and shred through them, or outmaneuver them, flank them.
Flank them. But then the problem is, I don't think Infused actually foresaw the Urgot pick or the 4 tanks, 1 Yasuo, Hasagi.
Yes.
Comp.
Of course. So, yan naman. Para sa ating schedule, ito this is for our second series, NAGA Esports versus GHUB. Or NAGA has to go all in on this one. Ano ba yung, bakit this is called NAGA's wake-up call?
NAGA's wake-up call. Dahil napansin natin na hindi pa nananalo yung NAGA except for that one game. And that, I believe that was against Wargods sa Liga Pilipinas. And it's a wake-up call because if they lose this, 2-0, kung na 0-2 sila, they will not be able to make it to the playoffs. That's why this is how heavy it is right now.
So
kung 1-1, meron pa silang chance.
Okay.
Pero pag na 2-0 sila, it's practically GG. Kumbaga parang placements na lang yung kanilang ipaglalaban.
Alright, so we're rolling here into the bans and to the picks ng ating drafting phase. First bans, blue side, of course, it's gonna be NAGA Esports, Morgana, Malzahar, Echo, Zach, Lulu, Graves. With this kind of bans, naging priority pick ng NAGA Esports now would be Lissandra. So what are your insights naman dito on how these picks will roll out? And of course, reason for these bans din.
Well, the reason I kind of noticed though for their picks and bans is that it's not because mainly it's one of those things na meta ban.
Yeah.
It's more like a specific ban or a targeted team ban or targeted player ban. Because kanina, I don't think we saw a Malzahar ban. Taylor fit bans ang actually ginawa ng IPD against Infuse earlier. And everybody else is doing the same thing. But Echo is more like a meta ban. You seriously don't wanna deal with that in the top lane. Especially kung meron kang sariling plan in mind. Kasi napaka-standard ng Echo. He can flank, he can practically do anything he has.
Like the disruption that Echo can provide in a team fight, he could like force you to separate if you would want to go all in with the parallel, using his parallel convergence. Parallel.
So mga topics natin ngayon for ADC, I think it's a Caitlyn plus Illusion. I think it might appear here. Kasi if you do pick like an Ezreal, it's sort of difficult with the lack of wave clear that you have. An Ahri, if I have a mid laner Ahri, I would definitely want to pick something else for a good wave clear to pair with that. And NAGA forming like a familiar team mid-game team fight comp, very standard here. And they're sort of lacking some, maybe they want to put in a sustained type of champion. Maybe they would get a Nami or maybe a Janna on their side. They're actually a fan of the Karma. They actually use Karma as well, just to help assist the Maokai in initiating with a Twisted Advance. But they also have the Lissandra for that on their side. If ever the Maokai needs some assistance. Glacial Path, Root, then the Twisted Advance comes in. But I mentioned earlier, if you have an Ahri, I would most likely want to get a wave clear type of champion.
Ezreal, wala pa yung wave clear na hinahanap natin on this one.
Exactly. That's
probably a Karma, pero would the Karma fit enough for an Ezreal like another poke for another poke? You would say that because Soraka for this one, di ba?
The Soraka for the poke.
We mentioned Karma for NAGA, so Karma will go into the hands of NAGA. Whereas dito, composition ng GHUB ngayon is lacking in wave clear. NAGA Esports mindset could be like, they could capitalize on this one, di ba? Go for a siege comp, di ba? Kasi yun na nga, like, they have a Caitlyn, di ba? They have a Karma. Now, you would just want to empower that with enough defense now, and you could steadily gain ground
Yes.
against the turrets and objectives and the base dito ng GHUB. But rather, sige.
Yeah, there are 3 options
Yeah.
actually.
For combat though, mas nagko-complement for Caitlyn din naman.
Yeah.
Yung Nami.
Yeah, and if they lock in this Kindred, they won't lack any damage
Yeah.
whatsoever. And they do have the mobility with the Nami, so they just opted for the Nami instead. So the backup plan is if they don't allow the Maokai to set them up for themselves, yung Lissandra sila magre-rely para makaabot yung puno sa backline. Considering the fact that even though like Ezreal is a poke type of champion naman,
Yeah.
he might put himself in danger. He's sort of mid-range. You know, Caitlyn over Ezreal. You have to hand the range over to the Caitlyn,
yes.
definitely. And Ari will have to put herself first in danger for her to actually do some damage with the Spirit Rush. So that's why Naga's comp is very, very dangerous.
Yeah. The composition
against GHUB.
actually kneeling on the side for the side of Naga actually,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
They're very balanced. They
Yeah.
have disengage, they have engage. Very, very solid, very, very
With
reliable.
2 teleports.
Exactly.
Yeah, they have also good map control on this one.
With 2 teleports and with that Lamb's Respite, they can actually mitigate the ticks of the Darius. Remember
Yes.
yung mga last minute ticks, dun
Yeah.
sila namamatay. Kahit
Yeah.
patay na yung Darius, dun sila namamatay unti-unti. And then I think that's a pretty good anti-burst considering the fact that, you know, there's the Ahri there, there's the Darius there. And that's why I'm leaning towards Naga on this comp. Very, very solid. Meanwhile, GHUB kasi, it's sort of like they're a mix of everything.
Yeah.
Sila yung nagtatry talaga na kahit ano-ano.
Yeah.
I mean, there was this Anivia mid at some point, 'di ba? Tapos mayroon Cho'Gath, 'di ba, nung first time nila sa PGS, may Cho'Gath sa top lane.
Yes, man.
Yung mga hindi
Blitzcrank.
Oo, Blitzcrank. So, they're the type to actually mix meta with like out of this world. I mean, AEX is a different kind of cheese.
Yeah.
But this time around, GHUB it's like a mysterious kind of cheese.
Saan nakakakuha ng mysterious kind of cheese?
cheese. So parang ipapataste mo
Gusto
muna sa
makakita
ibang
ng
tao.
smelly kind of cheese, tsaka hard kind of cheese. Melty, sticky kind of cheese.
Anong klaseng cheese yan?
Ewan ko mga cheese. Maybe a Zac composition. Anyway, that's one rundown mula sa inyo sa aking analyst, that is Rico. Let's get into the rundown ng mga champions ay ng mga players natin ngayon. Suzaku for Naga Esports in top lane going against Cool for GHUB.
Yes, I'm very, very interested dito sa matchup nitong dalawa kasi I believe this is the first time sila na magkakalaban, di ba?
Yes, of
and
course.
Suzaku, one of the really, really talented and mechanically skilled players as in the top lane. Meanwhile, ito si Kulit, tapos si Jaja. I'm not sure kung sino dito talaga yung
jungle matchup
natin because I think it revolves around din sa jungle because the shot calling is mainly dun sa kanila. Sila Jaja, pati sila si Kulit.
Yes,
They
so
are the main shot callers.
One thing to watch out for, it's gonna be Fade taking on Toxic, di ba? Para sa
Yeah.
mid lane natin. Toxic has a good step up dun sa debut nila dito sa PG. And though Fade, crazy mechanic coming in from that Lissandra.
Yes, and for Luxuria naman and for Valbert, it's actually just a note that GHUB really likes, you know, swapping their ADC
Yes.
with Kinzon, who is a previous member of Imperium Pro Team.
Oh, and
But this time around, it's gonna be Valbert. Maybe next game, it might be Valbert. Still don't know.
for this split, Akari taking on against Jao. Akari's coming in from the jungle position, swapping for the support position.
role,
Still not
yeah.
stepping up, di ba? Is siguro yung malaking down factor para sa Naga Esports na parang kailangan talaga ni Akarin mag-step up pa rin because hindi pa rin ganun ka-stellar yung performance niya.
Yeah,
pagdating sa
still
support
not
position.
consistent.
Yeah,
Parang
still
a
not
lot
consistent.
there's still polishing
lot
to do.
of improvements na kinakailangan para sa side ni Akarin. Sa mga viewers natin, esports.garena.ph/stream mula sa Facebook, sa YouTube, at dito sa aming stream room. Ako si Shinbu, one for an eye. Of course,
Riku.
kami, tayo, sama-sama tayo dito on digesting and delivering this action-packed game. Second series tayo ngayon ng ating Day 1 here at the Pro Gaming Series. You have to take note, meron pa tayong Day 2 bukas
Yeah.
yan, ha? So, antabayanan nyo yan. That's gonna involve Mineski, Cerberus, di ba? War against La Liga Pilipinas. So, ayan, antabayanan nyo yan. Tuloy-tuloy lang tayo dito sa Pro Gaming Series powered by our official energy drink, this 2016 Summer Split. Bagus! Drive your energy.
Yes, and actually masyado tayo naglumangoy sa comp ng
Oo.
Naga. And we'd like to concentrate naman dito on the side of GHUB
Oh,
where they
GHUB.
would most likely concentrate on the early game pressure with the Elise. Diba favorite mo yan, friend?
Anong
Diba?
pre?
Yeah, but then the mysterious mix into it is the Darius pick?
Yan na nga. Gusto ko tanongin yan. Oh, sige, anong insights mo dun sa Darius? Is that like a direct counter for a Maokai? Ano ba yan? Anong plano dyan?
It's a really good shred, and it's their way of in these team fights. Imagine with the flash, and then
Flash, apprehend. Yes.
But the problem is, if yung katapat mo long range,
Yun nga.
let's face it, it's not really reliable.
And
considering
Caitlyn.
it's short.
May
yeah,
Caitlyn.
may Caitlyn sa kabila.
Oo.
And can you imagine the zoning? It's really, really hard kung walang additional assistance. Kung baga si Maokai mahihirapan because of like the long range ng kalaban nila, what more pa kung itong Darius na to?
Yes, man.
He has to make this early game count, or else he's just
Or-
gonna be like a wallflower.
Unless he's not that clever. He has to, you know, take his mindset off on going try hard against this Caitlyn. Kasi, I would say, sa composition ng Naga nga, gaya na sinabi mo, kumpleto yung kits nila for protecting this Caitlyn. Yan. So, probably that is left on the early game sa laning phase natin of how Ezreal and Janna probably will punish this Caitlyn. But you have to take note, ang sakit ng damage na nanggagaling sa isang Caitlyn, getting buff up by the Tidecaller's blessing mula sa ating Nami.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, NAGA Esports versus GHUB. We are now into the Summoner's Reap. We're just waiting out for this pause to call up for these two teams. Once again, Pro Gaming Series 2016 Summer Split. Bacchus Energy Drink, drive your energy, mga kaibigan. Time check natin dito, we are 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. sa ating clock. At tuloy-tuloy lang ang ating esports action para sa inyo. Sa mga summoners natin na nandyan sa bahay, big shoutouts po sa inyo. Okay? We're going to enter the weekend. Papasok na naman ang mga weekend, mga kaibigan. So, ihataw nyo lang yan. We are midway through our season. Diba? Ang lapit na naman. Summer split season. Nandyan yung Rampage. Andyan yung Worlds. Diba?
Yeah. I'm so excited about Rampage, by the way. Para, gusto ko lang i-shoutout dyan yung mga wala pang tickets, bili na.
Oo. Wala pang tickets, bili-bili na. Or you would want to check out Gloco. You would want to check out Suzy Sorio. Want to check out Miss In. Diba? Sheyi. Si Ann Mateo ba? May giveaway din si Ann Mateo, di ba? Mga Rampage tickets giveaway yung mga yan. I think Kin also has a Rampage ticket giveaway. So be sure to check out that
Imagine
one. Sama-sama tayo.
Ashley Gosengfia will also be at Rampage.
Kuya Jobert.
Kuya Jobert, yan, beast mode.
Beast mode tayo dyan, di ba? Iba-ibang lahi, iba-ibang kurso, iba-ibang mga profession ang pupunta dyan. Meron tayong komedyante, meron tayong, kumbaga sa mga streamers, pro players, gamers, shoutcasters, mga community peeps, mga content creators. Ngayon meron na tayong hip-hop artists.
Hip-hop artist.
Meron na tayong Ann Mateo, di ba?
Ann Mateo,
as in like,
model.
Songer yan, model, singer yan.
And then
model
si,
yan.
Ashley actually has a band din, di ba?
Yes, oo.
That's really cool.
Mga hardcore rakista. Shoutout sa mga summoners natin na rakista.
Yeah.
Ayan. 1 AM na lang yung mga gigs ngayon, so maagang uwian nyo. Mas gusto yun actually ng mga band gigs. Yung magkaroon ng 1 AM na curfew yung mga clubs.
Bakit?
Because ang dami kasi 6 PM yung start ng gig. Tapos yung first band nagpe-play 10 PM. Umuwi sila 3 AM. Ang lungkot. Hindi naman ganyan kayaman yung mga bands. So, first sila mag-taxi, mag-overnight sa McDo. So, happy na sila nung lumabas yung parang 1 AM curfew. Pero ayan, syempre, hindi yan curfew para sa ating mga gamers. We want to, rock lang ng rock. Diba? Buong magdamagan, buong linggo, buong weekend, mga kaibigan. Pro Gaming Series 2016 Summer Split. Second series, a match between NAGA Esports versus GHUB. Brace yourselves for Game 1.
Yes, let's do the rundown here. In the blue side, we have NAGA Esports. In the top lane, we have Suzaku. In the jungle, we have Kulit with the Kindred. In the mid lane, we have Fade with the Lissandra. And for the bottom lane duo, we have Luxuria, the Caitlyn. And sa support si Akari naman para sa Nami.
Of course, on the red side, it's gonna be GHUB rolling on that one. In the top lane, you have Cool on that Darius jungle, Jaja. On that Elise. In the mid lane, you have Tox. On that area, and for the bottom duo, you have Valbert. On that Ezreal AD carry, and Zhao. On that Janna support.
Well, going to the rundown naman dito ulit sa ating for GHUB. Because I want to concentrate. I really want to understand this Darius. Although it's not a great, it's the biggest mystery of all.
Buti pa siya ina-understand mo, no?
Wow, ano to?
Ang daming gusto maintindihan ni Rico, di ba?
Siyempre naman, kasi it's very, very rare to see this. I mean, nung dati, popular siya kasi the Juggernaut
Yes,
came
man,
around,
ako.
tapos naka-pentakill pa si
Oo,
Balls
man,
sa
balls
Worlds.
pa.
Oo.
Nung dadakdak, men.
Exactly.
Yung mga moments, pumipintig yung puso ko ng grabe. Yung mga ganong moments. Anyway, so going back, dun sa ano mo, insight mo dito sa Darius. So, understand him, sige.
Yeah, understand him, but the weakness of this Darius against this comp is that he will be heavily reliant on the flash combo up
Yun nga.
end.
Oo.
If that's gone, and if Kulit adds pressure onto Darius sa top lane without his flash, his teleport plays will not be effective kasi
Yun nga.
sobrang layo na ng
Yes. And yung follow-up, ha?
Yeah.
Kailangan may follow-up yung upred. Kulang yan kung if you would want to combo for flash apprehend.
Yeah. Well, for the follow-up, I think most of them have the
Capability naman follow-up,
necessary
yes.
close gaps,
Yes.
like the Spirit Rush
S and shift.
and then S and Shift. But that would put them in range of the Maokai and the Lissandra. So they will compromise their position as well. So they have to execute this well, try to burst someone down because that is their comp. Burst someone down and move to the next priority target, which is, okay, that's Luxuria and then Kulit. But that's what the Lamb's Respite is for, to buy time for everybody else to gain their repositioning, gain their skills again, and then, ito, lalo na tong Caliber, yung net ni Caitlyn, that's definitely something that would help her reposition herself. If these people come a bit too close.
Yes. And so, although I was thinking na yung early game aggression dito manggagaling sa mga junglers. I mean,
Yeah,
at least trying to counter with that Kindred.
Kindred.
Because the Kindred next bounty is actually the Rip Scuttler. At hindi kinuha ni Elise yung Rip Scuttler dito because you would want to, you know, really prevent any stocks going to the hands of these Kindred.
Yeah,
That
so-
bounty passive hers, his,
It. It. Them.
Them.
Theirs. O, lahat na. Yun naman sa lahat yung pronoun.
Di ba Wolf tsaka si Kindred?
Si Kindred.
Paano mo siya?
They're stacks. Oh,
Kasi
yun.
Kindred, di ba? Pero ang pangalan nila, Love and Wolf.
Oo nga.
So, sino si Kindred dun?
Si Kin tsaka si
The
Dred.
duo.
Oh, si Joke lang. Anyway, back to the game. Actually, I was thinking na baka, siguro pagdating na actually, Cool is already level 3.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe an early gank coming in from Jaja would have been helpful, combined with the red buff, plus the passive of Cool. Everything else just follows. But I think it's enough to burn a flash actually for the Maokai.
Yes.
Just to try and get a... Kasi kung si Cool reliant din sa flash,
Yeah.
pag pre-level 6, pag wala pa yung mga ibang team fights,
Oo.
pero kunwari, wala si Fade into the equation, most
Yes.
likely Maokai would want to use the flash then to enter into the fight.
Yes.
Because you will anticipate the teleport coming in from the Maokai pre-level 6. Both of these top laners are capable to make a play
Yeah.
pre-level 6.
Pre-level 6,
But
yes.
the thing is, for example, pagdating ng level 6 naman ni Cool, definitely mas secure ang kill when
Yeah,
Cool
with Cool.
is level 6 compared to when Maokai reaches level 6.
Yes, more for the utility lang talaga si
Yeah.
Maokai on that Vengeful Maelstrom. You cannot even burst anyone with that one. Even though, ayun, if you could
Yun
rack
nga.
up enough damage within the Vengeful Maelstrom.
Oo,
Pero
yun.
very conditional.
Very conditional talaga. But that is something that they could use.
Okay, so as a shield, in on top of that exhaust, Luxuria receives full front on that one. Sustain Evan Flow, but up to no avail. One normal hit. First blood goes into the hands of Valbert. Suzaku falls for this one, goes all in on Valbert. Managed to execute. Fate getting the kill on top of that Glacial Bat. Shout na manggagaling mula kay Jaja. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a 1-for-1 exchange for these two teams.
Yeah, I gotta hand it to. That's most definitely for GHUB.
GHUB, no?
Because they burned 2 spells in the top lane. Only one. Kasi Fade, Naga decided to go for the double TP play just in case na ganun, the numbers advantage, they would win.
And crucial yun.
Pag early game. But they were take advantage of that.
And
Parang imbis na
they're-
1 to 2 yung exchange.
They are short by 2 massive summoner spell
Yeah,
on this
2
one.
massive.
Not to mention that Cool will go level 6 na.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Suzaku will reach that level 6, but then again, mamaya pa siguro yung play. I can imagine sort of Cool going, roaming in the mid lane.
Yeah,
if
probably
ever.
try to scout out the Kindred.
The Kindred. And the thing is, the good thing about this Darius and then Ari pickup, actually, itong tatlo, ito na magkahilera, that's Cool, Jaja, and Toxic, is that you chain your CCs well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, flashes invade on top of the Glacial Prison. So, walang intro, not giving any hints for that Ari. No time to even activate the Spirit Rush.
Yeah.
Flash in, Ayan, Frozen Tomb, 3-man gang. No, that's a 2-man gang. Make that a 3-4-1. And NAGA Esports manages NAGA. Mukhang wake up call.
Yeah. Naunahan talaga ng... I was actually pertaining tong GHUB to make like the aggressive calls,
Yeah.
the aggressive roams. But the thing is... Okay, but the thing is doon, is that naunahan sila ng NAGA because they are capable of doing the roams as well, considering the fact that Caitlyn is a very, very safe pick. Laning phase, team fight, and a good, reliable, consistent late game.
Yes.
That's why Caitlyn is one of the top picks ng most of the teams right now. Pwede mo siyang iwan, okay lang siya.
Yeah.
Pwede siyang mag-siege, pwede siyang mag-contest ng mga objectives because of the zoning that she does. And right now, you know, it's very, very threatening. Kasi compared to the Ezreal,
Yes.
pag iniwan mo yung Ezreal, oh, he is safe. But for a while, after a while pala rather, nakapush na sa torre mo yung mga minions.
Yeah, yun yung problema kay Ezreal.
Wave
Compared
clear
to
is the
Caitlyn,
problem.
no?
Yeah.
Yung wave clear, I think it would count. May safety ka nga sa SNG, pero yung wave
Oo.
clear mo. Like, ma-out-damage ka.
Oo.
Essentially, on the lane, kung Caitlyn yung katapat mo, or even other ADCs, I think Lucian has more potency to wave clear compared to... Yeah, Lucian has more potency to wave clear compared to Ezreal.
Definitely.
So, kung iiwanan mo, so hindi ganun kadali namang iwan talaga ng Ezreal. You have to mention now, ayan, si Cool din, mga kaibigan. Hold that thought, no? Bubble getting... Ayun ang gusto ko makita.
Oh.
Umangat kaya si ano? Hindi nga nasilip kung umangat si Valbert on that one. But hold on, 2v1 here, getting initiated by NAGA Esports School. The one with the bundle for tonight's match and win promo code gets executed there by the jungler and Suzaku up top. You have to mention the match and win promo code. Mga kaibigan, hindi pa yun lumabas ng Game 1, Game 2 natin. It's very probable, no? 50% chance na. Oh, hold that thought. Fade gets the full combo coming in from Toxic. Spirit rushes in. Ignites. It gets the execute. And now, going back. So,
Damn.
yung match and win bundle natin, 50% chance na, na lumabas yung match and win promo code natin ngayong gabi. So I suggest mga viewers natin dyan mula sa Facebook and even sa YouTube throughout all our channels, buksan nyo na ang inyong mga client. Kasi paunahan to mga kaibigan. Yeah. We are rolling on a cool bundle. Cool bundle, that is the match and win promo code wherein may lalabas na code dito sa ating stream. And you would just want to guess the missing character. Yeah. So you would type that code, guess the missing character. Paunahan nga yan. So buksan nyo na yung inyong mga in-game shops and promo code para ita-type nyo na lang. You have to take note na pag pag tinype nyo yun at nakuha nyo nga yung match and win promo code, magtataka ka no, nanalo ba ako? Ang nakuha niya, Fiora lang ang laman. Yun, so pag na-type nyo yung match and win promo code at tama, tapos ang lumabas doon Fiora, wala pa yung mga skins, meaning kayo na yung nanalo.
Yeah. I-insert naman yun.
Yes.
And i-credit naman yung mga skins na nakalagay sa match and win bundle natin.
So, gana, ulitin ko lang ha. In short, lalabas lang sa code muna ngayon ay Fiora.
Yes.
Then, if you receive that Fiora, definitely, the skins na sinabi sa ating match and win promo will be inserted into your account directly.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Anyway, back to the game. I'm very, very bothered how Jaja is just taking so much time inside the brush. I was actually mentioning kanina pa na parang Jaja was supposed to apply the pressure all throughout each map as an Elise. Pero mukhang natatalo pa siya ng isang Kindred because if you look at it, very, very sufficient and very, very enough itong all lane to supply the missing CCs that Kindred does not have to make a gank effective. You have the Twisted Advance, you have the Ring of Frost ni Lissandra, and you have the Bubble of the Nami. So everything, all lanes are covered into holding out the target for Kindred to deal the damage for the kill or for the gank to be successful. Meanwhile, here for Jaja naman, Jaja can actually do the same thing.
Yeah.
Because you have the Darius, you have the Ahri, except for in the bottom lane, medyo slippery itong dalawa kasi nga, aside from being very, very long range,
yung movement speed
plus
sustain.
the bubble
Yes.
then ni Akari. Well, considering if it lands. But then you can concentrate here on the mid lane din naman. But looks like Toxic is holding on her own naman. So, might as well add pressure na lang kung saan ka pwede. And try to, you know, bait something. Siguro nag-iingat si Jaja.
Yeah, go for early aggression talaga on this one kasi you would want to take advantage
Caitlyn's, like, medyo controlled pang presence pagdating sa early game.
Yeah.
Kasi pag pumasok yung mid game, pag nagkaroon na ng mga core items, medyo masakit-sakit na yan, di ba?
Yeah, actually they do have the same spike. Like
No, interesting lang ang binibigay dito, she's rushing Infinity Edge.
yeah, that's the right path. You Infinity Edge, then you go Runans. Meanwhile, for Valbert, second item pa lang yung Gauntlet. So both of them have like the same power spikes, but it's just the question of who gets to reach them first. And syempre, sinong yayaman una dito, and which jungler will assist and try to relieve pressure kung sino man dito yung nahihirapan. But as you can see, GHUB is concentrating so much on the vision on the river side, which is why I like it. Because that's the Earth Elemental Dragon first.
Yes.
They will want to deny that away from it. That's a very, very good call because they have spotted NAGA Kulit in the top lane. So that's the call that they can do. Great thinking by GHUB. Almost a steal from the bubble from the Nami. But then first dragon goes to GHUB.
And that's an element. That's a mountain drake. That's a mountain drake.
Yeah.
Ergo, sabi nga ni Rusty ng LCK, Rusty. Kasi yung caster na si Rusty.
Si Rusty,
right now for 6.10, tier 1, the tier 1 dragon, elemental dragon would be the mountain drake. Kasi right now, ang taas-taas ng binibigay na scaling nga, damage dealt to objectives are actually 10%. So, ang laki. Like, 30% kung makuha mo yung third stack ng mountain drake. And you would roll like 45%.
Yeah.
45% damage pagdating sa objective, kumakuha ng Elder Drake. Like, ang bilis na nun sa Nexus.
Mas
malala pa. Mas malala pa sa Baron buff.
Lalo na kung medyo uso yung double ADC ko. You're just gonna shred damn epic monsters and then the tower. Pero I actually wanna point this out. Oh, hold that thought.
Okay, wow! Just an all-in on the Toxic receiving. The Prozitub still third proc ng kanyang Spirit Rage. Grabe Suzaku trying to mitigate the damage. Rather force a flash out as they think they are caught in a bad position. And that one, probably a numbers advantage there by GHUB for this.
Well, at least, for me, that's definitely a win for NAGA Esports if may dragon sa baba pa. Because they can actually take that out.
Yeah.
Because both of them still have teleport, so that they will actually force, who walks down or try to contest, or try to just stay in lane lang naman. But then the dragon is gone. That advantage could have been something for them to work out. Okay, hold it on.
Alright, without any second turret here in the top lane, plus Suzaku in the front line. Twisted advance gets cleared up there by Kulin. Though, counter engage dito ni Jaja. Cool is not willing to take on that team fight. Cool is not, mukhang yung disadvantage ng Darius getting kite around by Kulit. In Suzaku and Kulit knows they can take on the Darius. Flashes in on top of that Cocoon, and a 3 that gets charmed. 1 kill goes into the hands of GHUB.
Yeah, that is definitely what I'm talking about for GHUB's call. They have the capabilities to do and make the picks around the map and immediately burst down the target and then move on to the next target if ever naman meron like a 2v3 or something like that. Even though they have like a double TP system for Naga's side, GHUB can immediately take advantage of that because teleport takes a while to happen. So if ever naman like they manage to make a pick, they can just walk away, take that pick, and overcommit into something. That's the beauty of GHUB's comp. And that is what they should continue doing so that pagdating ng mid-game, they're A-okay, they can contest objectives and try to deny other objectives away from NAG. Because definitely, napansin ko, nobody likes Rift Herald that much anymore. Even though binoff siya na it's for like duelists.
Buff ka na.
Yun nga eh. Because if I look at it, I would most likely want to put if for Naga side, I would want to put the Rift Herald buff onto Kulit. Meanwhile for GHUB, I want to put that onto most likely the Darius.
Yes.
But just the Darius.
Yeah. No one
Toxic,
else.
okay lang if he plans to go assassinate somewhere, but it's gonna be...
I'm thinking Darius.
Yeah, Darius talaga, because he has the teleport. Kasi if Toxic wants to go roam around the map and assassinate, he might give away map presence somewhere else and he won't be able to help out his other teammates.
And like dito sa sa mga champs ng NAGA Esports, if you would put the Glimpse of the Void buff onto Toxic, like if you'd go all in on Fate, there's enough time for Fate to buy para makabalik yung teammates niya. So wala na yung Glimpse of the Void buff nun kung may ibang kalaban. I mean, yun nga, malaki problema yun para kay Toxic. Then, the only target there, if you want to
have that Glimpse of the Void skill better is Luxuria.
Uh-huh.
Pero of course, Akarin will never leave Luxuria.
Yeah, definitely. You won't want to be alone. I mean,
Oo.
may Ari dyan. Meron naman. Well, cool could go flash in, but that's short range.
Yun nga.
Pero,
You want Cool to
Could
be
be
buff up
practical.
talaga.
Oo.
You would want Cool to be buff up na lang talaga as he goes for that 1v1. Same as this one, hinatataga dito si Suzaku.
Balberts taking a lot
Wow.
of damage. Tingnan mo,
Wow.
Ari.
Wow, force a teleport. Hindi ginamit yung Habred. Puts an teleport na magagaling mula kay Maokai. He translates here over the bottom lane below 400 health. That still makes 4 members standing on this temp, on this Kindred ult, ladies and gentlemen, and one pick gets taken on by NAGA Esports.
I am incredibly impressed with that play coming in from NAGA.
Yeah.
You saw that 3 members from GHUB are going up top just to concentrate everything onto the Maokai, and they left that bottom part of the map vulnerable to tower dives, and immediately Suzaku, kahit konti pa lang yung health niya, he followed the call, and Apprehend was already used. It was on cooldown definitely, and Fade, okay, doesn't have teleport, use the teleport to even defend the tower. So
Yeah.
consolation price ng GHUB, just because everybody else was partying down in the bot lane, kinuha na nila yung Rift Herald, and I think that is on Cool's
And it's gonna be a big
side.
problem for GHUB. This Caitlyn is not having a hard time over the
Yeah.
bottom lane. Bottom lane outer turret for GHUB is now gone. And Caitlyn, di ba, kanina nga, early phase pa lang ng game natin, didiscuss natin to na hindi ganun ka-well-equipped si Cool para hulihin itong Caitlyn na to. Or
Exactly.
rather, mas well-equipped yung NAGA Esports to protect the Caitlyn. And right now, Caitlyn has his Infinity Edge completed, just 30% away on building that Runance.
Yeah. And the mere fact na meron kang Janna on their side,
Yeah.
just in case may pumasok na Maokai, they have a lot of ways to reposition and go stick to their targets, because kaya sinabi mo, movement speed ni Akarin, there's also Fade as well for the slow. So
Yeah.
they're gonna be really, really sticky during these mid-game team fights. And especially Dragon is now live. Sinusolo nila Balberts and Jaja.
Yeah, sobrang bilis na ng GHUB dito. I think the first dragon goes into the hands of GHUB. Now they are rolling on to that second dragon buff. Everyone kind of has the alacrity buff na. Alacrity enchantment, RIP,
Yeah.
mga kaibigan.
Wow.
Mountain. Okay, so that's the mountain pala yung una.
Mountain, and then now it's the
Stratus
air.
Walk, so Cloud Drake.
The
And
Cloud Drake.
right now, ayan, I mean, GHUB has a good amount of dragons in their pocket. So, yun naman yung one thing na pwedeng gawin ng GHUB. As, you know, NAGA Esports kind of has this lead niya, di ba? And like, commendable nga yung kanilang initiates, at they are really going all in onto this team fight. Like, yung command nga nila, papuntang bottom lane.
Yeah.
Where
That was really
Suzaku
good.
just really followed. That's really good. Though, still, GHUB stick putting up a good fight on this one.
Whoop.
Okay, so there's that glacial path in on top of that frozen room. Now, you have to take note that Toxic is now gone. All in onto Xiao. 4 members collapse onto him without any help coming from the Darius or Elise, or rather, hindi sila makapasok.
What was the plan of GHUB
Yeah,
there? I
don't
mean,
know.
after you make a pick, you'd want to push down mid lane, but there's still gonna be a Caitlyn to... Oh wait, nasa bot lane pala. But I don't think that's gonna be enough, considering you guys are quite mid-range sort of champions. Aabutin kayo ng Maokai, aabutin kayo ng ibang champions ng NAGA Esports. So it was quite an awkward call na parang I see a target, let's go in, without even knowing where the rest of the members
Yeah.
ng NAGA Esports is gonna be. And because of that mistake, they lost mid lane instead of taking another tower for themselves. And I mean, you do have the dragons, but
Yes.
then it's not manifesting. They're not using it wisely.
Yun nga eh.
They're just giving away unnecessary kills to NAGA, and these unnecessary kills are leading to objectives, and they're slowly creeping out. It's like nai-even out, nababalance out. Kahit walang dragon yung NAGA, bigay ka ng bigay ng
A
objectives.
solid 2K gold lead. If you look
Yun
at the
nga eh.
distribution ng gold natin dito, makikita mo that NAGA has a good lead in terms of yung sa mga crucial members nila, key members nila, Maokai. That would be as Maokai holding onto that 7K gold lead. Would be
Yeah.
enough to tank as much damage coming in from GHUB. And not to mention the Caitlyn nga. Against Ezreal. Iniwan kanina, Caitlyn versus Ezreal. Ezreal left in the bottom lane. And
Yeah.
then, hindi sorpresa, Ezreal gets shove at ngayon pa lamang siya nakakabawi ang gaining ground over that bottom lane. But I definitely doubt na maipupush niya yung outer bottom lane turret.
Yeah, it looks like sabay yung kanilang spike. They both have the Runancer again.
Yeah.
Infinity Edge, meanwhile, dito naman kay Ezreal, it's the Manamune And then the gauntlet,
Gauntlets.
ice gauntlet. So it's gonna be alright, but it's just that hindi na supply hindi nako-complement ng ibang members ng GHUB itong spike ni Ezreal, most definitely, because it's really gonna be scary kasi meron na silang lead, and I guess what they can do is try to pick fights that they can actually fight kasi if ma-outnumbered sila, whoop!
Alright, so Toxic goes all in on this one. Kulit goes below half health. Still, Naga is willing to defend this turret after the Glacial Bat with the lockdown. Fade gets faded away. Suzaku in the back line going for that twisted advance onto Toxic. Jaja goes solo. Here comes the re-engage coming in from the Stratus Walk and hands on top of that mountain. Drake GHUB gets 3 members there over the mid lane against Naga Esports, closing it into 6-6.
That's what I'm talking about. Pick the fights that you can because Caitlyn was somewhere around bot.
Wow.
Tapos packet pa lang siya. Kulang na kulang sila. But that's just 2 members now who'd want to delay this Baron take. They have the Earth Elemental Dragon. They have the rest but for the true damage. Let's see though if they'll be able to survive. 1 HP.
No tidal wave for Caritzo. I heal it out, man.
Yeah.
And that is a Baron for the taking of GHUB. Wow. Just like that.
Yeah, that was really, really well played there. Naging super vulnerable yung Naga Esports. At
Fade,
that
man.
point, they managed. And I think Toxic did a really, really good job there with a DPSing and with a DPSing. The
Naga
damage
Esports,
deal
like,
din.
I think hindi calculated yung mid lane engage na yon. Like, what they will try to pull off over that one. Like,
Yeah.
nagulat ako kay Fade, getting easily locked down talaga on top of that glacial path, no?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying earlier. Kasi if you chain your CCs well, hindi makaka-frozen tomb tong si Fade, and it's just gonna be too late. Same naman din goes for Toxic, but kulang kasi yung members ng Naga Esports. And I don't think Kulit was, nagamit na yung Lamb's Respite, diba?
Yeah.
So, sayang. Yun sana yung key para maligtas si Fade para pwede pa siya mag-Frozen Tomb. But then again, very, very well played by GHUB Esports.
And Elise, look at this Elise. So really going for all in on that Lily's Crystal Scepter. This is really nice for Elise. It complements the Darius.
Yeah.
And even the Ezreal, not to mention Toxic. Pero Toxic kasi will go for like those flanks on the sides, ganon. Pero Elise will be enough to mitigate those damage coming in from Naga Esports. Now with this Baron buff enhanced minion, they will go for this siege. Though, Toxic, no? Talagang GHUB, wild card.
Yeah.
With that kind of initiate, parang that initiate is not by the book.
Yeah, come on guys. Remember, GHUB Esports were the ones that ended the undefeated streak ng Imperium Pro Team.
Acclaim Empire X ang mga pagka-wildcard na naman dito na GHUB.
Yun nga, yeah, very, very interesting actually if you look at it. And now they're doing the aggressive 1-0-4 split push, just taking advantage of all the buffs that they have. And this is actually
Baron buff
Baron
plus Mountain Drake.
Mountain Drake.
Yeah, so
and then
grabe yung thinking talaga nila.
Ocean,
Objectives dito.
so they can just probably walk around lang and then settle for, kahit mag-spam sila ng spam ng skills.
This is
the
very
sustain
dangerous
is there.
now for Naga Esports. Definitely, this Ocean Drake will fall into the hands of GHUB. We are still one dragon away bago lumabas yung Elder Drake, and that's gonna be a Mountain Drake now spawning or waiting to be spawned over the reef. Baron's still gone though, and just turret. And GHUB has all the assets again for taking that one. If you look into the Baron buff, makikita natin that GHUB has 1/4 of the timer.
Yeah,
Nitong Baron buff.
where is your wave clear, Naga Esports? There it is. They're trying their best to try, clear it out. Are they gonna start something? Guess not. Gusto ko sabihin to kanina
Yes.
pa na kaya hindi nakakapagkuha ng objectives or try mag-contest yung Naga Esports kanina sa Dragon.
Yes.
Is that they don't have the necessary vision.
Yeah,
Kanina
plus-
pa sila na walang deep wards or somewhere na pwedeng mag-flank si Suzaku
Plus-
or
Plus Elise has a good kit actually for Dragon Control. Better in my opinion compared to Kindred.
yeah,
And
definitely.
makikita natin, I think GHUB is on the same page with this Dragon Control play.
Yeah.
Talagang synergize. Sige, let's go for Dragon after this objective. Yan, Dragon yung rotations nila. It has always been smooth
Yeah.
for GHUB. Whereas Naga Esports, parang from the start, they
they have their eyes not even set on the dragon.
Oo.
Parang ganon. And so, I'm not sure though. It's probably the Kindred maybe raking up as much of the bounty stacks that he need. You have to take note na itong Kindred na to 3-1-2 on that KDA, leading his team will still definitely deal a considerable amount of damage to the front lines of GHUB.
Diba there was this time na they teleported all of them at bot, but they did not get dragon?
Yung 3-man yung sinabi mo,
Yeah.
yung kay Suzaku, no?
Yeah, diba that was a time 3 members were up top, but they didn't get dragon. So, I mean,
Hindi ko rin
it's
alam mo.
sort of standard na parang you get a kill, and then if everybody else is there, or you see someone else on the other side of the map, you take more than you can. Like, you take the tower, then you probably want to take the dragon there. You ward it in advance and all that.
This
So the usual rotation once you know, settle dun sa baba. Although, I'm not sure, baka wala ng dragon at that point. But there were so many instances lang na NAGA could have gotten the dragon.
Yeah.
Lalo na kung si Elise madalas dun sa top. Kaya napapansin natin siguro, hindi tumitigil si Jaja sa rotations niya sa jungle, sa sarili niyang jungle. Kasi naghahanap siya ng timing kung kailan si Kulit matagal sa top para makakuha sila ng sneaky type of earth dragon.
Definitely.
I mean, you do sacrifice early game pressure, but securing that first dragon is very, very important.
Kaya nga nawala lane swaps eh.
Oo, exactly.
I mean, like, ang isa na lang sa reason mo para if you would want to pull up lane swap is like if it's gonna be a hard counter talaga, like a good opener talaga, and the Drake that's about to come up is a Cloud Drake.
Yeah. And that's gonna super benefit GHUB's power kasi kanina pa sila mahilig magano.
And I think the fight breaks out on this one title with first, and we are seeing Fate gets displaced. Now the front line to lead gets threaded through. Who is working with Suzaku? Naghahabol siya ng members ng GHUB dito. One member is now gone. It's gonna be Balbert's damage dealer dito ng GHUB. Cool taking up the turret, receives that Aqua Prison mula kay Akarain. Still though, it's a 3-for-1 exchange in favor of GHUB with the inner top lane turret as the cherry on top.
I just realized, I mean, I pointed this out before, but I just realized Janna is a very, very good counter to Kindred because you just push away the members. I think that's what happened to Fade.
Yan nga. Actually, doon pa lang sa drafting phase na naisip ko na Janna yata to. Very unlikely Soraka.
Very unlikely.
You just cast Monsoon on top of that Lamb's Respite.
Tapos yung kalaban mo yung mawawala ng second life or second chance.
Doon ka sa gitna ng Lamb's Respite.
Oo, doon ka sa gitna. Tapos, as in, Fade just exploded.
Sulit pa yung sustain nyo.
Oo, tinan mo, their frozen tomb is still there. It has been always there for the past like 2 clashes already.
And you could see that on the mindset of GHUB. They have their eyes set on Fate.
Yeah.
Because hindi biro that you are able to quickly pop Alessandra, di ba? It takes a lot of coordination. And just ready, like the command would be probably, I'll try to catch Fate. And kayo na bahala guys, mag-follow. Go all in. Fate is squishy, not even able to build that Zhonya's Hourglass yet compared to Toxic.
And the thing is, Lissandra is gonna lose her prime later on. Kasi nga, Lissandra falls really weak pagdating ng late game compared to the Ahri. The spike of very, very good damage pa rin pagdating kay Ahri. But may magre-replace naman sa kanya because that's cool late game Kindred. But then again, you know, Fade's what you call this, use niya is to disable the targets that most likely NAGA would wanna burst down and then move on to the next target. Yun, pero hindi nagagamit yung kit niya. So it's like a practically 4v5 right off the bat kasi wala siyang nagagawa.
Fade rolled onto itemization that's go big or go home. Goes for that Abyssal Scepter Rage in the mid lane. Kung ako yan, dahil medyo may pagkaduwag ako, I would say go Rowan na lang. Ganon, like for that mid-game, late-game tankiness. Kasi talagang, andali, isang displace lang kay Fade, he's gone.
Exactly. And look at that. 20 seconds left for the next dragon to spawn. That's a second Earth Elemental Dragon in the pockets of GHUB. NAGA should do something. I mean, they have to coordinate well. They have lost their... the reason why you have a double TP is because you have to put vision around the map so that you enable all your members to flank somewhere or to have a better position, because front won't do you any good. Because most likely, syempre, the damage dealers are going to be in the backline. So, Faith and Suzaku has nowhere else to teleport or try to enter the fight safely or try to catch them off guard because they don't have any advanced vision kanina pa. Actually, from the start of the game, their vision was quite lacking.
Definitely. I mean, it's about setting up. Yun yung ginawa sana, yun talaga dating ginawa ng Naga ngayon. But no, they are getting pushed to a corner.
Yeah.
And right now, kahit yung mga engages nila, nung bandang even pa yung skill natin dito sa ating laro, walang setup na nagaganap. Yun yung mga aking problema. I'd like to highlight though the itemization of Elise on this one. Yun nga, ang hirap ma-unlock yung misteryo ng 6.9 pa rin. I mean, with the many changes on that 6.9, especially with the Hextech kit.
Yeah.
Pero Proto Belt now in the hands of Elise. Right now, if I would recommend champions who you would want to hand that Proto Belt, I would say it's on Elise, I would say it's on Lissandra, and I would say it's also on Gragas.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Yung mga needed pa ng additional
Health,
range.
yes, health and AP plus that additional range na that. Kasi actually, in theory, like this kind of mobility, it would work well on many other champions din naman. Pero ang problema lang yung stats na health tsaka AP. Kind of huge. Ganun.
Grabe, that's all the objectives. I
Yeah.
think all the objectives except, actually even Rift Scuttler was even taken by Cool. Like everything. Naga wasn't, I mean, they translated it into towers, but eventually in the long run, that's short term. For a longer term, definitely you want to take these dragons. Kasi, Baron, short term yan, diba?
Yeah.
Short term.
Okay.
Pero pag long term naman, you'd want to stack up those dragons, and they weren't able to.
Okay, so that is a 3-man ring of frost now for the members of GHUB. Toxic forced to use his Zhonya's Argless. Gets this place on and sustained. No, gets sustained by that Monsoon on top of that Spirit Rush. He still gets executed though. But you have to take note, Naga Esports, only 2 members are now up. It's gonna be the Spider crawling through these 3 on a brush. What a weird scenario on this one. As 3 members of GHUB goes for the push into the base of Naga Esports with the Maokai. The 3 Timber going down. I think this is the game. It's only the Mermaid standing in the front of GHUB. Make that the Nexus getting collapsed on, ladies and gentlemen, for Game 3 of the night. It's gonna be GHUB Esports taking on the victory against Naga Esports.
This is...
Ring of frost now for the members of GHUB.
Kasi, I mean, Naga Esports back at Spring Split, when we discussed it with the casters, they were like the team na parang, objectives, Dragon, they'd always take that. Rift Herald, they would always trade something, trade an objective out of
I would say they would always be the team that may baon.
May baon,
Oo, laging may baon. Merong nakahanda. Pero ito, home run on Dragon na to, parang hindi na pupulap. Mukhang may baon.
Oo.
Pero hindi kinain.
I mean, on paper, the lineup looked really solid. It's just that the execution.
The lineup, man. Ang ganda ng lineup.
Right?
I mean,
so, not sure. It was like hindi nag-mesh well into execution yung comp ng Naga. As in, tinitingnan ko yung Naga like, wow, that's really, really solid. Like, they really have a plan in mind. That they would contest these objectives. They would go for the mid-game team fights. But then, GHUB played their comp well then by trying to separate all these. Double TP na nga yun eh. It was a double TP. They would actually have the numbers advantage eventually during the early to mid-game. Umabot tayo ng late-ish.
Yeah, 33 minutes into the game. Yes.
Pre-late. But then, syempre, nawala na yung prime ng teleport.
Yung nga, I was actually looking forward for the Lissandra plays on Fade because he was really crazy back on week 3. On that Lissandra, laking that 4-man ring of frost ng mga combo niya. Kaso yun nga lang yung follow-up ng teammates niya. Ngayon, with a KDA of 1-4-5, parang the pressure is on talaga. Parang may pagka, ayun nga, they really need to make a stand. This is their wake-up call. At kailangan nilang magising on this one last game that matters for Naga Esports. Alam niyo yung content ng Naga Esports. Nakikita niyo yan sa mga community. And this is their last chance to take a stand here at the Pro Gaming Series group stage. Will they Will they survive? Yeah.
Will they survive? Will GHUB get the 2-0 sweep and deny playoffs
Yeah.
away from NAGA
Lord of
Esports?
upsets.
Yeah, Lord of upsets
yung GHUB, no?
Ang dami na pwedeng sa ano nila,
Taga-upset.
awards.
Ang daming mga ina-upset na fans, ganyan-ganyan.
Oo nga eh.
Pag gusto mo ng upset, maging fan ka ng
GHUB.
GHUB. Yan. So, yan guys, we are down to Game 4. It's all in for all the fans of NAGA Esports. Hindi pa rin lumalabas yung match and win code. Ayan. Powered by the official energy drink of the Pro Gaming Series, this is Bacchus! Bacchus, drive your energy! At kami po yung naging shoutcaster. Ako po si Shin with the 1 for an eye.
At ako naman po, si Riku.
Alright, so Pro Gaming Series 2016 Summer Split, Day 1 ng ating Week 4. We are down to our Game 4. Guys, we'll see you on the next game. Home run on that one. Sustained even blow, but up to no avail. One normal hit. First blood goes into the hands of Balbert. Suzaku falls for this one. Goes all in on Balbert. Managed to execute. Fate getting the kill on top of that. Glacial Bat. Shot na manggagaling mula kay Jaja. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a 1-for-1 exchange for these two teams. The bottom lane below 400 head. That still makes for